What's going on, people? Welcome to the match preview show. I'm joined by Lou and Patrick here to look ahead to another Conference League tie against Strasbourg. As always, if you do enjoy the content, drop a like, subscribe, and most importantly, let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. We're going to start off the show with some big news that's been happening. As we haven't been covering on Palace news, we'll start off with that, and then afterwards, eventually get into Strasbourg side of things. I'll start off with you, Lou. How you doing? How you doing? I mean, it's nice. The last 5 games, being a Palace fan, 1 goal conceded. I saw your reaction on a watch along as well. It's nice going into this game, right?
Yeah, man. Before the draw come out for Conference League, Strasbourg was definitely on my list of away days that I'd like to do, and also testing ourselves against probably the second best team in the competition.
Yeah, and we're going to, of course, talk about that in a bit more detail. But Patrick, you've got your Conference League top on. I mean, some say that you've got more inventory than the actual club shop. I don't know how true the rumors are, but how much are you looking forward to this game?
Looking forward to it. Like Lou said, I think it's definitely one of the better teams that we're playing. Good to challenge ourselves, see where we really stand. It's an away game. It's an important game. We got to win it. So, no, I'm looking forward to it. It should be a really good game. It should be a really, really good matchup. But again, it's probably the best team that we can go up against that we were scheduled to play in the Conference League. So, depending on how you do on this game, I think we'll kind of gauge how we'll do in the actual competition as a whole.
Yeah, it is going to be a difficult tie. But before we actually start talking about Strasbourg, there's big news that came up from Bobby Manzi, who's a respectful Palace journalist, and he did mention that Jean-Philippe Mateta and the contract talks, they're not progressing as well as we all hoped. So it's interesting. He's got 18 months left on his deal. I don't think he's in a strong position in terms of negotiating. Saying that, then again, the striker market right now isn't great, so I'm pretty sure there'll be clubs interested of him. Lou, are you worried about the contract situation with Mateta? Because, I mean, we've been hearing that Palace on talks for ages, it feels like, but, there has been no agreement, and now it seems like things are not progressing as bestly hoped. And let me add, apparently he does want to join Serie A club, which is interesting as well.
I ain't really too fussed. I'm more caring about the team and what's going on the pitch. And if the only way Mateta gets a new contract, a better contract or a better club, is if he starts scoring again or scoring regularly, putting in good performances. So he can have all these wishes and whatnot. To me, it's just his agent doing the same thing he always does. I hope that invoice was nice, Bobby, because that exclusive from the agent must have been nice.
Yeah, well, I mean, his agent has been working overtime, Patrick. But is it just agent trying to push a better deal with Palace, or is there genuine concern from you about Mateta's future at the football club?
You mentioned he's not in a good negotiating position. I mean, I don't agree with what Louis said about when he scored more goals. He scored enough goals this year for me, but for me,
convert more chances.
Yeah, I think it's all about one-on-one chances.
I wasn't talking about that. I wasn't talking about that.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought words in
to me, again, D trying to stir up trouble. It's kind
of meant score more goals, as in he's not scoring enough. Just carry on scoring goals.
Right, exactly. But like I said, he's not in a negotiating position to demand a new contract. We should give him one, I think, based on what he did last year and even on this year. But like any player, unless the manager wants to get rid of him, there's no reason for us to sell him. We're in the middle of one of our best seasons ever. 5th in the league, Conference League, League Cup quarterfinal, FA Cup to come up in January. There's no point in selling him. It's not like, and I'm going to be honest, it's not like Nketiah is scoring a bunch of goals and we can say, okay, let's sell him and we get Nketiah to step in. He could be injured tomorrow. There's no point in doing that. So it's a nothing story. Listen, Bobby Manzi can talk about exclusive. I heard the other day he was very close to getting a contract from the guy from Sky Sports. What's his name? James Savundra. So, I mean, every day is a different story. I do not care about the negotiation. I don't care. I'll say it again. I do not care about transfer rumors. I don't care about guys wanting to leave. Munoz, you didn't mention him. Mention him next. He wants to leave to go to Barcelona. Gay's going to Liverpool. I do not care. All I care about is the next game, and whatever happens in the punch, I have no control over it. It does not matter to me. I like the tempo, you know that, but believe me, it's what it is.
Given someone who's turning 30 very soon. Any big contracts is it's just a simple bad business. So
and he wants more money. Serie A, he won't get more money going to Serie A. He might get a bonus.
the same.
He's not gonna get paid any more money. There's no way, Milan.
And I also believe Mateta is a system player. It's one of those players that you take him out of Palace's system.
And
you think you're getting Glasner. You ain't getting Glasner Mateta. Same way you don't get Glasner. Who's the one that was on loan at United? I forgot his name. The Dutch striker. That he had at Wolfsburg.
The tall guy. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, but then
you don't get the Glasner workhorse, and we all see what Kolo Muani looks like without Glasner.
Exactly. So
by all means, it's slight delusion, and obviously, if you're
an agent, I said that.
If you're an agent, though, this is the time that you remember the agents making 10-15% off these deals. Like they're going to do anything to try and get a big contract or a move. Like they're probably thinking, we're still eating off. We got one of the hottest strikers in Europe, and we're eating off the same contract he signed 3 years ago. That's probably frustrating for them, but that's how it goes, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing about Mateta is that I wouldn't want to lose him for free. So if it's serious, then next summer I think we have to look at it in a serious way.
Yeah, you're not the director of football and shit like that, so
I'm not. You're not either. You know.
Yeah, but I'm not saying to sell him or not.
Okay, no. But what you would want to lose Mateta for free?
Well, how much does he sign for?
Next summer? Huh?
Would it?
What was it? 8 million? 8, 9 million?
8 million 5 years ago. That's gone.
We've made more than enough on it. He's earned that money back for us. 8, 9.
So with the Gay situation, we were all happy with keeping Gahey. Are you lot in the same boat with Mateta as well in terms of keeping Mateta?
Someone comes up, you can sell him. You sell him. 100% you sell him.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Pat, you
gotta replace him. But you gotta replace him too. Yeah, you can make all the jokes you want to talk about what you want. Replacing Mateta is not Eddie Nketiah.
By the way, if the right offer comes in for Eddie, I'll sell him too.
Exactly.
There you go. See, is that the answer you wanted?
That's fine. I think every player has a price. I think if the right money comes in for Adam Walton, we'll sell him as well.
I just said that.
Yeah.
For anybody,
every player has a price. So exactly. So I don't think any player in the squad is not sellable. So yeah, we'll see. What happens in that regards. But yeah, according to reports, he wants 8 million a year, which is roughly around £150,000 a week. And we're offering £100,000 a week. So I don't know.
125, we get the deal done. Move on next. I mean,
he don't wait. He's at 125.
What's the going?
Well, I think it's worth that. Well, Patrick, Lou's saying that he's not worth £125,000 a week.
You can have his opinion and not agree. It doesn't matter.
I have my opinion. Who's the highest paid player here?
Yeah, I don't even know. Is it? I don't even know who is it.
It might be Kamada.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, great point. And if he works for one, he's making 110 or whatever. Listen, again, with football, we pay what we pay. I don't care about how much you pay for a player, how much he makes. As long as he produces, all I care about. And Mateta's produced. If he leaves, he leaves. Listen, man, we joke all the time. You want to call me, I'm a big Mateta fan, but I support Palace. And if he leaves, like the way Wilf left, and it bothered me, but I didn't really. I go over it. You had a meltdown. He went to your biggest rival, D. So it doesn't matter to me. Players leave. Kenny Sanson, Ian Wright left. They all leave. Ebbs left. I don't watch Ebbs play now. Recently, I don't watch him play, but they leave. They do what they do, and they move on. It does not matter to me. Yeah. We'll get someone to replace him at some point, and we'll move on. I'll get over Mateta probably in about, 6-7 months. It is what it is.
Like me personally, I would be happy to give him £125,000 a week. I'm not against it, but Lou, is it because he's been missing a lot of one-on-ones? Is that why you're like, what is your thoughts on £125,000 a week?
Move on to the preview.
Exactly.
No. Why are you so against £125,000?
Move on to the preview. You're answering stupid.
If you're saying he's one of the best strikers in Europe, then why are
you're fighting a losing battle?
No, but I'm asking a genuine question. If he's one of the best strikers,
I ain't answering your genuine question. It's stupid.
Do you really think?
Because you said he's one of the best strikers in Europe.
This has become like Twitter now. We're really gonna think.
No, that's what he wants to do.
1-on-1. So that's why we want to sell him. Come on.
No, personally, what I don't understand is why.
Get it together, bro.
Right.
No. Let me land, and then you can respond if you like. If he's one of the best strikers in Europe, surely one of the best strikers in Europe should be earning around 125,000 to 150,000 pound a week, right? So
I guess it depends on the market. So
yeah, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. The market right now, he should be earning that. So that's what I'm asking you. Like, how
there's a
come you're
difference
so against
between
it?
on
You think he's one of the best
form
strikers?
and the one of the best strikers in Europe. It's two different things.
Okay.
Has scored how many goals? He's not. I bet you he's not on 125,000 pound a week. Is he worth that?
Yeah, and I think Joachim Andersen is a good example to look at. Palace were against that. We ended up selling him, and then we got Lacroix, giving him high wages.
Yeah, you know what? I disagree. Because talk about defender versus a striker. Strikers are different. They're different. Like,
Yeah,
let's look at the Premier League right now. Haaland is the best striker, and it's not even close. You mentioned Thiago. After him, who's the next best striker right now on form in the league?
I don't know.
Right, Jean-Philippe Mateta. The stats say it. He's the third best highest goal. Semedo's not a striker. He's the next. So he is. He's like a third. He's a third, probably a third. Or Welbeck, maybe. Danny Welbeck. Ain't nobody buying Danny Welbeck right now for 35, 40 million. You know what I mean? So the point is that on form, he's got 8 goals in 20. 8 goals in 20. He probably should have 15. Let's admit it, but that's fine. But like I said, his profile states that in the Premier League, he's probably the top 4 easily strikers available. No, not available. Best strikers right now available. Haaland's not even available. Thiago might be available for the right price. Probably is because
obviously there's Isaac, Ekitike.
They're right. Ekitike, right. That's what I'm saying.
I think if he was younger, if he wasn't 28, turning 29, and getting a long-term contract,
money.
Then I think he gets that money. I think the 125 to 150,000, he gets that. I think Palace are against giving long-term players over 30 years old. So I think that's
a known fact that players, their performance drops after big contracts. It's not Mateta and Jenna. It's a known fact in football.
It's not there. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, look, a lot of people were frustrated.
He's clearly got to the stage where he's like I finally got these stocks and the reputation I deserve. He's probably thinking the money's just not matching it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So let's see.
We'll see.
And he's at that age where he's probably like, I've got one big contract.
Oh, this is it. He's got one contract coming. Exactly.
I don't know if Palace are willing to give him that big deal, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's not our job. We're not directors of football.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes certain people act like they are, but it's nice to hear that we're not coming from certain individuals. But yeah, let's move on to the actual preview now. Strasbourg, Lou, you'll be there. I mean, in terms of difficulty, we know they are the best side on paper that we'll be facing. But in a way, I'm actually looking forward to this game more than I would, I guess, maybe Alkmaar or any other team, because of the fact that I don't expect them to sit back. I think it should be an exciting game, open game, and I think that suits Palace. Am I right in saying that, or do you disagree?
Yeah, definitely. They also set up exactly the same as us. I think three with the 2 10s. They got a really on-form striker. What's his? I can't really. Omega, who's good. They got Doué's brother, Barco, the one who Brighton signed, and then they send them there. They've got Moreira, who I think is on loan from Chelsea. The Saar player who Chelsea bought and sent back. Chilwell. Don't know who else they got. And they're 5th in the league, aren't they? Same as us.
They got a goalie too, the Chelsea goalie Penders.
And they've got that guy Simmer, who was from Brighton, who was on loan at I think they bought him from Michelin, and then he was on loan at Rangers. So yeah, they've got a
lot of young players. You know who else they got? They got Ben Chilwell.
You mentioned that.
Yeah, they got Ben Chilwell, who's actually starting for them. Yeah. And I'll be honest, looking at the formation, it seems like it is similar to us, but in the most recent losses, the teams that they have faced and lost to, they also play similar as well in terms of like 3 at the back. So I don't know if I haven't watched their games in particular, but I do. There's vulnerability in that side, despite them being 5th in the French league, for us to attack into. Patrick, I don't know your thoughts on.
They've got Enciso as well. Sorry.
Yeah, Enciso, from Brighton. I know from Chelsea, but it's Brighton, Chelsea to Strasbourg, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts, Patrick?
What was the question? I didn't hear you.
On Strasbourg.
No, I think it'd be a great matchup. I like the fact they play our similar formation. I think they actually play more like the way that Wolves play with the 2 strikers. I think that Imaga and Panacelli players like dual strikers, and that they have a 10 behind them. But yeah, I like the fact they play with very similar formation. It'll be good for us to match up. Again, I like the fact when we have wing backs and they have wing backs, we can push Munoz and Mitchell more up the field and push their pin back there wing backs. If it's going to be Chilwell against Munoz is going to be a great matchup. I love that matchup for us. Midfield will be very good. Barco is a good player. Obviously, Wharton probably Kamada start. And Saar versus Mateta will be a very good matchup. I'm pretty sure that's the kind of matchup that Mateta will thrive off of. He likes the physicality of that. So no, I like the matchup. Again, I like the fact that they're a technical player. Imaga, didn't he sign to go back to Chelsea end of the season? Didn't they sign him to go to him? So it'll be a good. And Panachel is a very good striker. So I think it's going to be a very good matchup for us. I like the formation. I like the way that they play. They're playing at home. They're gonna go for it. So I think it'll be a good matchup for us.
They're not always, by the way. They're not always playing three at the back. Because I'm looking through some of their fixtures. For example, when they faced Marseille at home, they played 4 at the back. And funny enough, this is according to SofaScore. So, but I'm pretty sure they will update it after the game, depending on the formation. And when you look at their latest Conference League game, they actually played 4 at the back as well. So, are we expecting maybe that unpredictability in terms of how they approach this game?
We haven't mentioned the most important thing is actually Lou. Liam Messina is the manager, and both of us kind of like him. I watched a great video about him that he did a few weeks ago. So the man, he's very adaptable. Give him credit. He's a young manager. He's very adaptable. So you're right, he will go from 3 to 4. I think since they played 3 the last couple of matches, they'll probably stick with the 3. And again, it makes sense to go 3 when we have the 3 at the back. But he's a good manager, and he'll adapt depending on who he's playing. So I think that I actually really want to see Glasgow versus Rocinha, how it matches up, because again, if Glasgow were to leave at some point, I would actually like to see how Rocinha does at Palace. So.
I'm just looking at the last 2 Conference League games. In the last 2 Conference League games, that have played 4 at the back. Now,
but SofaScore doesn't always get it right, by the way.
Yeah. But then again, there's clear difference in the Conference League. I don't know, maybe they're not getting it right.
No, I'm saying SofaScore could sometimes get it all over the place, so we can't really.
Yeah, I know. But they normally get all over the place at the start of the game. But surely by the end of the game, every player is in his right position, and these are fixtures that have been settled. But I'm assuming maybe against sides that they expect to dominate a bit more in the Conference League because I have faced weak opposition, they might go 4 at the back. But regardless, look, if we play our game, you're looking at some of the matchups. Look, Ben Chilwell against potentially Ismail Assar. If Ben Chilwell was playing, centre back or left wing back, that should be easy food for Ismail Assar. So regardless of how they set up, as long as we turn up as we have done, I think we should be able to get the job done. And I'm not really that concerned by it. Funny enough, I think this game is going to be... I'm more confident about this game than any other game we've faced so far. And they are the hardest team that we face. And the reason for that is because of how they like to set up. They're not a team that you expect to sit back. They will be pressing. As long as we beat the press, even if we go direct, I expect Mateta, I expect Saar, Yeremy Pino to dominate in the spaces that we had, just like in the Wolves game. You saw Pino. I think a lot of people were criticizing him before he even scored that goal, but I thought he was in the right positions during that game. He always was open, and that's because he put himself in those positions. So I think there should be space. And Strasbourg, they're not like an elite side. They have got a lot of hype around them because of the amount of good young players that they do have, but it's not like they're a finished product.
Yeah, I want to add to that. I'm looking at the age of some of their players. I mean, Penders is 20. Decore, one of the defenders, is 22. Saar's only 20. Hogsberg, another centre back, is only 19. Moreira's 21 and Cecil's 21. This kid they got from Chelsea, Samuel Amayo, is 19. Barco's 21. Panicelli 23. Kenji Pires is 18 if he's fit and playing. They have a very, very... Panicelli 20 and Marcus 20. They have a very, very young team. I think the experience will be to our benefit, not only the manager, but the players in general. But I don't even... I know they're this quote-unquote Chelsea's B team, but they're very, very young team.
They're extremely young. I think very young is being nice. Their average age for the latest game in the French league was 21.7 years. And that's, it's ridiculous to have your average age that low. So they are a very young side. And I'm just looking at other fixtures as well at home against Lille, 21.6. So it's around 20 to 21 years old. Do you think that will play into our hands, Lou? When you're looking at our squad,
it depends. If if we're organized and we stick to the game plan, then yeah, it will help us. It's a bit of unknown going to France and playing Strasbourg. It's the first time we're going to be playing in a more hostile environment. Kiev was very docile. It wasn't any home fans, so it's a whole new environment. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's a bit of the unknown. It's exactly what every Palace fan wanted to see us go up against good European teams. So I'm just looking forward to it.
In terms of the league standings, I'm looking at this game and the next game, Patrick, saying that ideally, if we win those next 2 games, I think we finish in the top 8. And it has a big significance in terms of what we do up ahead when we've got the quarterfinal game against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. So in that reason, it adds that importance as well, because you win this game and you beat Shelbourne, then I think job's done. Do you view it like that, or do you think you could go down to the last game against Coops as well?
No, if we win the next 2, we'd have 4 out of 5 wins. We definitely have. We'd probably almost be done, and then you got the Coops game. But I think that's a big if. I want to kind of focus on this one game at a time. That's my mindset. So I think anything you get out of this game will be good. Again, having lost the Larnaca game, that was kind of, beating Alkmaar kind of bounces that out. So this is important. We need to get a result. Even a point to me is good. A point and then 2 wins, we're going to end up in the top 8. Where you finish 1st or 8th, it doesn't really matter, because you just want to get that bye and not have to play that playoff game in early in 2026. But a win would be massive. But again, even a point to me, and then you win next 2 games, that almost guarantees a top 8 finish. And again, you're right. You want to kind of have it settled before the Coops game. But again, I'm focusing on this one game on Thursday. And for me, get a result of some kind, and we're set up going into the last 2 games anyway.
Yeah. And then when you're looking at Palace's side of things, Lou, in terms of the starting 11, do you go with the same team that Glasgow put out against Wolves? Because on paper, that does look like the strongest side.
Yeah, exact same team.
Patrick, do you agree? Or do you make any rotations, considering that we got United on Sunday at early kickoff?
See, that's the thing. If we weren't playing United on Sunday, I might 100% agree with Lou and just go the same team. But honestly, I think he might make 1 or 2 changes. I think he might start Borna Sosa at left back or left wing back, and he might start somebody else in midfield next to Wharton. We'll see.
You're shaking your head.
I'm not.
Oh no, Lewis.
No, again, I know what Louis is saying, but you can't go.
No, I'm saying, what do you want? What would you like to see?
I actually would like to see a little rotation. I'm being honest. I like to see a little rotation. I like to see 1 or 2 players, because again, I don't know if you can go. I want to obviously,
I don't think United are that good.
Yeah, but you can't play the same team against Wolves.
Yeah, but I would rotate against United.
Home? Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, you
so
could.
Who would you play against United? I know it's a different preview, but who would you rotate?
Right. If you play the same team, let's say, what would you do on Sunday?
I'd bring Lerma in for United. I'd maybe play combo in that game. I watched United yesterday. I don't rate them.
No, I mean it's not a terrible idea. Again, I would win. We're gonna rotate one of these games for sure. So
I would win. I would focus on this game Thursday, and then I'd see what state my players are in, and then
right. That would be the manager mindset for sure. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, I would go.
I wouldn't be upset to see some rotation. I wouldn't be mad if
I wouldn't play Sosa against flying young wingers. That's for sure.
I mean.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Sosa will be playing in this game, especially in this game. Maybe against Shelbourne.
Maybe play Lerma. I could understand him playing Lerma in the Strasbourg game, because I don't think someone like a team like Strasbourg is really set up to play against set pieces and long throws. So that would if you played if Kamada maybe got dropped rested and so. Because Chilwell as a centre back, or I think that's definitely where we could hurt Strasbourg, because with their inexperience, they're not really going to be enjoying bombardment of set pieces and long throws and backstick corners and stuff like that. So maybe that's the way we can win the game, is if we play Lerma.
Yeah, from set
hear it.
pieces.
Yeah,
I
I
don't,
hear
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah.
I think set pieces could be important in this game as well.
Yeah.
But who would they learn ahead of?
Oh, Kamada, Walton's on form.
Yeah, Kamada most likely.
There's something, yeah, that's a bit off topic, but I thought I'd mention it.
Yeah.
But you know how I was talking about the number 10 positions? If Cheick
Yeah.
Doucouré ever did come back and was fit, I think
Yeah.
he could kind of solve one part of that. Because I was thinking, like, let's say Cheick Doucouré ever returned to his form, which is a big if and question mark.
Right.
If we had Doucouré and Walton starting midfield, then you could have Kamada and Pino.
They'd sell Walton if Doucouré ever came back to his peak. That would be Walton gone straight away.
That could be as well. I was just thinking about the number 10 position.
He'd go if Doucouré hit any levels of 90% of what he was, they would sell Adam Walton in the summer for 90, 100 million because there's a replacement there.
He's gone anyway. He's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone next summer anyway. But that's why we need to go.
I don't think it's as obvious.
100%. There's no way we keep Walton next summer. There's no way.
Why? What makes you think that? You still
Let's guys. That's for another day.
Everyone is talking about him and the fact that he's going to be worth a lot of money, and you can buy 2, maybe 3 players for what you get for Adam Wharton. That's why.
Yeah, let's see.
But
no,
again,
I saw the Doucouré video and it just made me think, like, if Doucouré came,
that was weird, by the way. What you think? Why did he drop the video?
Because it was he didn't drop it. It was the company dropped it that he's.
But what company
with.
though? What
I don't know. They're experts in knee recoveries.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I didn't. Okay, great. Okay.
I think what they've said is they basically said we don't need you right now. You're going on an intensive, long recovery, so this doesn't happen again. Type thing.
Fair enough. Listen,
it looks like he's back with a kick in the ball. So.
Yeah. Well, Glasner did mention when would he be back? Around Jan, no?
But I think they gave him extra time. They're saying, listen,
they want to make 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. When you come back, you're coming back. Not.
We're not going to rush.
Just take your time with
it.
Yeah, take your time with it.
And he basically said, "We need you for the second half of the season." That's what it is. Him and Riyadh coming for the second half of the season,
like a new signing.
Hey, when that happens, that's gonna get.
Let's not even jinx it.
That's not. Yeah. Sorry, I brought it up. If I brought it up, I don't know who brought it up, but yeah.
No, I brought up because I saw the video and I was just thinking about what would happen with the midfield. Let's move on to score predictions then.
Can we? Can you just drop the things? I can put the table up.
Yeah. So this is the most interesting part of the show for some of you, but for me, let's just get this done and dusted.
Yeah, there you go with the fake. I don't care. We don't care about your we don't care attitude. Anyway, AJ is well. Actually, let me go back. So because this is more important. So last score, Palace won 2-0, and AJ got correct score. Louis got correct score. Thanks to Nick, I got correct score. He bullied me into changing my score. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate you. D got the right score, and Xavier got the right score. T got a point, and so Nick, we all picked the Palace win. So right now, AJ first, 21. T second on 16. Louis third. Look at Louis. Came from relegation zone to Europe Champions League spots very quickly. D and I are tied for fourth, and Xavier. Oh, look at that, Nick. Relegation zone. That's why he's in red. Unlucky Nick, but thanks for the input last time.
Hold on, can I just clarify something? When there's one relegation spot, how are 2 teams in it now? I'm a bit confused on that. You can't really get 2 teams. You can't increase the numbers and include someone there with Xavier.
Xavier's winning on goal difference because he got the last result right.
He got the roll exactly. He got the correct score exactly. That's why. Anyway, so I'll go first. I'm going 3-1 Palace.
Oh my days! This guy stole my prediction.
I have the other scores, but I'm not allowed to give them to you guys. Give your score. So.
Yeah.
I'm going 2-1 Palace.
2-1.
By the way, very popular score. 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1. I'm gonna go for 2-0 Palace.
2-0. Yeah, I knew it.
Yep.
So again, I mentioned 2-1 very popular. T's gone 2-1 Palace. Nick's gone 2-1 Palace. Xavier's gone 2-1 Palace. But the leader, AJ's going for a 1-1 draw. Interesting.
Oh, what a rub. He just tried too hard, man. He's trying too hard.
Trying too hard. Hold on. Trying too hard. I don't think. I think he's doing quite well, personally. But anyway, that's just me.
1-0. I wonder what he's thinking is around the 1-0. Well, you know what?
I was going to draw too. By the way, I was gonna go draw, but I figured, I'm gonna go for it and say, get a big win and move on. So. Yeah.
As long as we just can't, because a lot of people said 2-1, so 2-1 can't happen. So hopefully that scoreline doesn't happen. Apart from that, I mean, I'll take anything else. But yeah, let us know your score prediction in the comment section down below. Drop a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. We'll be back, of course, for the match reaction and also watch along. So that should be interesting. But that's it from us, and until next time, up the Palace.